Hello, this is Tom, SK4SWL. If you're new here, I like to do real-time, real-life amateur radio field activation videos. I am not doing an activation right now, though. I am going to do a little POTA hunting. I am visiting family, and as you can hear, it's just kind of like an urban lot here, but there's some woods back here. And what I've tried to do is get as far away from the house and power lines and things like that for QRM purposes, because we are in a neighborhood, not out in a park somewhere. And yeah, I thought I'd try to do a little bit of hunting, see if we can maybe make some contacts. I did a little earlier today when I was here earlier, using the KH1. Now I was using earphones, but this time, since you're with me, we will not be using earphones. We'll check 20 meters, but what I've done is if I see some people on 40 meters, I do have my AX1 with the 40 meter extension in here, and I may just get the 40 meter extension out and use it a little bit. Let's see how that goes. Let me get this set up, sorry. My professional video series here. So let's get this counterpoise deployed properly. Let me just take a little bit of the memory out of it here, so it lays really nicely on the ground. And I could probably attach it to this chain link fence, but it's just not necessary. This is kind of optimized for working 20 meters right now. Let's turn this around. I could probably do 20, 17, and 30, but it's getting late in the day. In fact, my camera was just telling me as I was starting that it's using its low light settings right now. So let's see, let's check the I'm getting a little bit of noise here. May not be able to do anything about that. That's just some local QRM probably. Ooh, there's somebody in Texas, California. That won't be worth 40 meters. I won't be able to hit them. 20 meters. Still a lot of people on 20 meters. So let's find a 20 meter spot here and go for that. Well, there's 15 meters. We could try that. 21061. It's not the right time of the day, though. 21. There's a lot of noise. I don't know what this crackling sound is. Okay, let's see here. I don't think I'm going to be able to hear anything here. No. It's not the right time of day for 21 meters, frankly. No more than it is 40 meters for hitting Japan. Which I do see some 40 meter spots for Japan right now. Let's look down in... Okay, 140575. 140575. Now this may not be. Move away from everybody, do a really quick tune-up. This crackling sound is coming from a power line or something around here. I should have done it then. I was thinking, was that the hunter or the activator? It's probably the activator. Let's see. Yeah, it was. They're hesitating because there's somebody next to them. What is making all that noise? This noise wasn't here earlier. Yeah, they're hearing this adjacent signal calling CQ. I can hear that. they're really close by, and so I think this activator is just maybe waiting. Either that or that's QSB. Turn off my phone, make sure it's not it, but I don't think that's it. Yay! There we go. You call that popping and crackling? I don't know. Oh, I bet I know what it is. It's some of these outdoor lights here. There's some like vapor lights or sort of thing. I'm just taking a picture here to remember the frequency I was on and working this station. There we go. Now let's look here and see if I can find somebody else on the band. Well, first thing I'm going to do is probably, oh, I've got it in airplane mode. I was wondering if it was possibly the phone doing this, but it was not. The phone's never interfered with my KH1 before, I don't think. Okay, here we go. Oregon, boo, that'd be a tough one. 14041. I don't think I can do that right now this time of day, but we'll see. 14041. Yeah, there's a vapor light not too far behind me, or an outdoor light. It may be LED, but I think that may be one of the culprits here. Okay, 63.1. Let's try that frequency. Okay, let me tune. Let me raise you up here just a little bit higher there. That makes it a little easier for me. Okay. Let's wait for them to come back by. This sounds so much better with earphones on. I mean, the receiver in this actually sounds amazing. I love the sound. It's an analog sound, and I love it. It sounds like my KX1. This little teeny speaker here just doesn't do it justice, but hey, for something like this, it's fine. Get a little closer to their frequency, but a little off. Let's see how they sound. Sounds like a Geiger counter. Ooh, they're fading badly. Really badly. Oh, this is the problem with 20 meters this time of day. Oh, okay, well, sorry. This is the problem. See, this is like being on the other side. Now, the techniques I use when I'm doing QRP like this is I want to be a little off frequency like this, so my tone doesn't sound like everybody else's tone. I'm not zero beating them. And sometimes when you have like urban QRM like this, the popping and pulsing sounds and stuff, you just have to work through it. Don't let it ruin your day. Just keep. Yay! Yay! Great! May have heard South Carolina, but that's okay. That is okay. I probably faded out while I was doing that exchange there. Just based on this signal fading so sharply when it does fade out. Okay, let's see. Let me try to go in here and just respot. There we go. And, sorry, I should put this in front of the camera here. Let's see if there's anybody. It's California on 40 meters. I cannot do that this time of day. We couldn't hear Oregon, of course. We've already got Iowa. Let me respot. This is so when you respot, you can also, it grays out the station that you'd worked. 65.5. Oh, this noise is getting annoying. Yay! Yay! That's great. This makes my day. Good to get you. Good to get you in the logs there. On this side of the logs. Woo! It's getting a little dark. Look at, oh, that's so far 3 contacts hunting. Kevin, it was fantastic getting you in the logs here. Let's go ahead and respot you. There we go. Let's see if there's any other 20 meter people or 40 meter people. Oh, Ohio on 42. We can try that. It's a little close for 20 meters, but let's see. Okay, let's back down a little bit to here at the ATU. Well, SWR wasn't that bad. Maybe I didn't look to see when that was last spotted. 20 minutes ago. Never mind. They're not there anymore. I didn't see anybody else, so this will probably be the end of this little session here. I was ready to do 40 meters. Maybe I'll come out a little bit later and do 40 meters if I get a chance. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be here, but nice to take these little breaks and just come out and play a little radio. I just find this insanely fun, and in fact, this is why I love the KH1 so much. I've been doing, I mix in a lot of other radios in my activations because I like all of my radios. What was it? I think Josh told me one time, I love all of my children. So I love taking all of my different radios out to the field. I'm not going to just stick with one single radio all the time. This radio I keep in my backpack. I take with me everywhere, my EDC backpack with my laptop and everything in it. And I just pull it out and do stuff like this all the time. I mean, I'll be somewhere at a parking lot. I'll be at an event or something. I want to get a little break. I go out in the parking lot and I just turn this on and then try to work some SOTA contacts, some POTA contacts. I've made a couple of random rag chews as well when I've heard people in the air. And that is the joy of this radio to me. Pedestrian mobile, yes, when I'm doing a summit activation or something and I really want to get out and, just kind of do a really low profile, really quick activation and quick deployment. You saw how quick it was to put this up. Just put up this antenna, throw out the counterpoise, turn it on, and you're ready. And that's wonderful. But I find that, pedestrian mobile, I'm not going to do it at every single park I go to, not when I've got a picnic table and I can put my stuff out, have a cup of coffee on the table, that sort of thing. I'm going to go for the picnic table if I've got one and that's the kind of activation I'm going for. And I don't mind using the KH1 on a picnic table. Even though really it's kind of designed around pedestrian mobile, it's fine on a tabletop. It really is. And I'm going to probably hook it up to my AX1 or something like that at some point and try to do it as just like, a little simple tabletop portable radio. But the joy of this radio is just how quickly you can pull it out and how quickly you can just kind of hop on the air and make contacts like this. Really, really good fun. Now I'm going to put this down. I don't always, of course, make videos doing this. I just kind of thought today I looked in the car and sure enough, I had my camera in there because I wasn't doing any POTA stuff today, frankly. Visiting family. And I was like, oh, I've got the camera in here. And then I looked on the battery and this is my new Osmo 4 camera. And the battery life on it is phenomenal. That was a really good reason to move to this camera because I've already done, I think, at least one activation on this battery and I still had like 40% left. I couldn't believe it. So I'm super pleased with this new camera, and if it wouldn't have been for that, I probably would not have been able to do an activation and film it, or activation hunting and film that session. Need to figure out a really neat way to keep my earbuds in here nicely. Probably going to change these out. These are some Sea Crane earbuds. I like them, but I think I'm going to get some even smaller earbuds, maybe my Sony's. I don't even know if you can see much of this. It is super low light. My old camera you would not be seeing anything right now. This one actually has decent low light, I think. I'll put all this in here. It's a little hard to arrange it, not being able to see it at night as easily, but just do that and we're done. That's the end of the story. Putting up the KH1. Hey, thank you so much for joining me on this little as the sun sets activation. Or I keep saying activation. I'm used to saying activation. Little hunting session and trying to make contact with a few activators. One of the reasons why I wanted to do a video of this, and I was thinking about this earlier. Earlier, I came out here to the same site, and it was like 2 o'clock in the afternoon or something, and I worked probably 5 stations pretty quickly. And I had a comment once when I first got the KH1. Someone says, oh, as an activator, when you're the DX, of course you can make this work, but you can't do it when you're hunting or anything like that. When you're not the DX, this radio is not going to be very useful. And I just completely disagree with that. In CW, I think that your chances of making that work, even with that little telescoping whip and not even using a wire antenna, just using a telescoping whip, you can make it work. I work stations in Colorado and Iowa just now. And those are ones for 20 meters this time of day probably aren't really all that optimal. And my signal reports weren't that bad. If I heard correctly, one was like a 549. I'm not sure I heard the other one because there's some deep fading going on. You can totally do it. You just need a couple of tricks. And some of those tricks are, you wait for the timing to be right. You also, I mean, to be honest, you need to move off frequency a little bit up or a little bit lower than the spot frequency. You really need to be just a little higher or a little lower than that to make things work. And then they can hear you through all the other noise and everything else because your tone is a little bit varied from the other tones out there. As an activator, when everybody's trying to zero beat me and contact me, it just sounds like one constant tone, and that is just not that great. Anyway, it's time to put up these things. Thank you so much for joining me. Take care out there. Thank you for indulging me in this little tiny video. And be kind to one another, right? Because all we got on this planet is each other. Take care. 7 twos.